Today on The Young and the Restless, Nate works to make amends with Victoria, Nick and Sharon change the company name, and Sally's stunned by Victor's decision. At Crimson Lights, Nick rants to Sharon about Adam screwing up. He's more of a liability than ever and his father doesn't seem to care. Sharon tells him that Victor refusing to let Adam go is not surprising, nor is Adam being Adam and going after what he wants using whatever means are available to him. They will figure this out. She senses something else is going on and asks, "What is it?" Nick keeps complaining about Adam manipulating and jeopardizing what they're building. Sharon says they shouldn't be focusing on Adam's actions but on the bigger picture. He wants what they want, to build their company into a powerhouse. Nick crabs that he doesn't want a merger with Newman Media for the right reasons. This is personal and vindictive, and he'll burn everything down to get back what he thinks was stolen from him. At Society, an excited Sally tells Adam she's meeting with his father today to tell him she'll accept his offer. Adam hopes it's everything she wants to be. Sally mentions there was something he wanted to talk to her about last night, but Nick showed up and he never got around to it. I'm curious. What was it? At the GTAC, Victoria tells Billy that Johnny and Katie are excited about going back to boarding school. Why are you hesitating? Billy likes them nearby. He wonders if she's okay with it because she wants to focus on work and Nate. Victoria warns him not to go there. She wonders if he has a problem with her being happy without him. Does he want her to be miserable? Billy has never wanted that and senses something is wrong. Victoria apologizes. Billy thinks she deserves better than what she's had in the past, including him. Victoria shrugs, "You weren't that bad." Billy concedes he didn't fake cancer or try to kill her. Victoria nods, "It's the little things." Billy urges Victoria to talk to him if something's bothering her. Victoria muses that something isn't wrong per se but not quite right. Billy swears not to turn around and use it against her or Nate. Victoria relays that Nate came across information that could damage Newman and wanted to parlay it into a very risky business move. He claimed he kept it a secret to protect the company, but the thing is, he kept it from me as well. Obviously, she has to wonder if she can trust him. Nate arrives at the ranch and Victor asks what he can do for him. Nate wanted to clear up any suspicions he has about his involvement in Audra's situation. He admits he was self-serving during his time at Chancellor Winters. When he got to Newman, his loyalty shifted to it and Victoria. When the Audra thing happened, all he could think about was making sure it didn't damage the company or Victoria. He was trying to protect Audra too because he found Adam's attempt to blackmail her despicable. Victor appreciates him coming to face him man to man and his loyalty to the company and Victoria. Nate asks, "Are we good?" Victor replies, "For the time being." At Society, Adam tells Sally he was going to try to convince her to work with him when Newman Media merged with Augustus. She would have been perfect as the only other person who knows the division as he does. Now he doesn't know when the merger will happen, if ever, and he suspects his days at Augustus are numbered. Sally thinks he's being paranoid. The blackmail comes up and Adam complains he merely went after something he believed in. Sally thinks he's trying to prove himself to his father and also to himself. It's okay to admit that. Adam has been so close to getting what he wants so many times, yet here he sits with not a lot to show for it. So why admit it? At Crimson Lights, Nick tells Sharon if he thought Adam's move was for the good of the company, he wouldn't be so pissed off. Sharon tells him to take Adam out of it for a moment. "Let's say that it's just you and me. We would fight for the merger in a heartbeat, and I'll bet Victor's objection is about nothing more than keeping Adam down." Nick just knew working with Adam would be a mistake. He cannot stand that Adam can undermine the whole thing and they're stuck with him. At the GCAC, Billy and Victoria discuss Nate and whether she can trust him. Victoria thinks he's learning that he enjoys being ruthless. She believes he'd probably sell out Audra in a heartbeat if he felt cornered, or it was to his advantage to lose her. Billy notes he was willing to sell out his family, he'd sell out a colleague, perhaps he'd sell out anyone, including you. Victoria says, No, he would not do that to me. His goals and tactics are different when it comes to her. He dreams of running an empire side by side with her. Billy skeptical, "I think that anyone that expresses that kind of hubris about anything is a little bit dangerous." He thinks she's had enough collateral damage to last a lifetime. At the ranch, Victor asks Nate to look at the numbers from Augustus put together by Nick, Sharon, and Adam. He'd like to know what he thinks. Nate is honored and will give him his honest feedback. At Crimson Lights, Sharon tells Nick that the new company is off to a stronger start than even Adam can jeopardize. She thinks he's making this as personal as he's claiming Adam is. Nick says he can't be trusted, not in business, not with Sally. Sharon shoots him a knowing look. Nick admits this is somewhat about Sally. Adam is trying to rekindle their relationship and won't let it go. Sharon thinks that's his problem, not Nick or Sally's. Nick snarls that he keeps telling her he loves her and making it about himself. It's reprehensible. Sharon asks why any of that matters if Sally's not interested in getting back with Adam. Maybe you're having a hard time letting go of your hatred for your brother, she suggests. At Society, Sally and Adam bond over getting worked up about things only to find out she couldn't have been more wrong. Last night she had convinced herself that Adam wanted to talk about them, giving it another chance. It never even entered my mind that you were going to offer me a job. Adam asks if she was disappointed. Sally dodges the question and turns the conversation back to Adam trying to fight his way to the top. Just do your job and do it well. Stop making trouble and picking fights with Nick. Adam says Nick started it. Sally tells him to stop acting like he's 5 years old and give up the adrenaline rush of causing chaos. Nate meets with Victoria at the office and updates her on his meeting with Victor, which he feels went really well. Victoria says he'll have to talk to her about it later. She lost time this morning talking to Billy about the kids. Nate thinks it's a good idea to send them back to boarding school. He goes on about how good the school is. Victoria had no idea he was listening so closely when she talked about it. Nate says if it's important to her, it's important to him. Victoria asks him to say what he wants to say. He worries something has shifted between them. She won't deny that. Trust is more important than anything. Nate stresses it will never happen again. He will do whatever it takes to make things right between them. I've got too much to lose. Victoria knows. He's made it very clear how important his CUO position is to him. Nate's talking about losing her, he can't let that happen. They have an extraordinary connection that is becoming stronger and more important to him every single day. At Society, Adam tells Sally she's outgrown a lot of her old self-destructive behaviors. Maybe he was hoping she'd accept his job offer so the new her would rub off on her. Sally tells him they can't go back to working together any more than they can rekindle their relationship. He leads with his emotions in everything he does, and wouldn't be able to keep things all business. She might not feel the same way she used to, but it does not make her happy to see him hurting. Adam sighs. She's probably right. He'd end up getting his heart broken again and resenting her. He knows she'll knock it out of the park working for his dad. At Crimson Lights, Sharon tells Nick she's sure Sally can handle herself when it comes to Adam. She wants Nick to do the same thing and not let Adam get under his skin. Nick complains that Adam's in all facets of his life and he hates it. Sharon says he's not going anywhere and every time he lets him get to him he wins. Every action Adam takes is a reaction to the way people treat him. It's time to stop focusing on what Adam does and focus on the things you can do something about. Nick feels she's right. Adam doesn't deserve the bandwidth he's been giving him. He wants to focus on the company and says they have a corporate majority right there. They need to change the name Augustus. He suggests SNA Media. Sharon beams. Sharon, Nick, Adam. I love it. Nick hopes Adam will hate it. Maybe if they get lucky, he'll quit. At Society, Sally tells Adam she has to get to the ranch. We have gotten through the worst of losing Ava and I am letting go of my anger towards you. Adam thanks her for telling him that. It means a lot. At Newman, Victoria tells Nate that she understands intellectually why he did what he did, but she feels lied to emotionally. A lie of omission is still a lie. She asks if she hadn't pushed him to come clean would he ever have told her. Nate says, honestly, probably not until it was all said and done with, and I could brag to you about what a great job I had done handling it on my own. He had his heart set on being her hero. I want you to admire me someday, as much as I admire you. I want to be worthy of you because I'm falling in love with you. At the ranch, Victor thanks Sally for coming and says, we need to talk. Sally replies, yes, we do. I know you're a busy man, but I thought it would be better to have this conversation face to face. I have decided to accept your offer to head up the new design division at Newman Enterprises. Victor replies, I'm sorry to hear that. Sally is confused. I don't understand. Victor asks her to have a seat and tells her there won't be a design division at Newman, not now and not ever. He wants to devote all of his energy to straightening out Augustus and to working on the constant rivalry between his two sons. I want them to work together as a team. He reiterates there will never be a design division at Newman. Sally says that's a shame since she set aside her Chancellor Winter's account to accept his offer, and she can't really go back. Thanks to the company, he found them to replace them. She wonders if he dangled this and then pulled it away to punish her for getting involved with both of his sons. Victor replies, I don't do that. You're a businesswoman, and as such you know one makes difficult decisions for the good of the company. With that, he dismisses her so he can take a conference call. Good luck, Sally. He wears a stony expression as she walks out. Adam walks into Crimson Lights and says to Nick and Sharon, You wanted to see me? Nick replies, Wanted is a pretty strong word. Sharon cuffs him. Nick sighs, Yes, we did, and invites him to sit down. Adam guesses there's a reason they asked him to meet them there. Sharon says they've made some decisions. She shows them the office location they found on her laptop. Nick states, Hope you like it. Adam thinks it's great. Sharon says the other decision he may not handle as well, but they're excited about it. We've decided to change the company name from Augustus to SNA Media. Adam laughs and then says he loves it. Nick's a smartass to Adam and then apologizes. Adam is sure they were expecting him to battle, but he's tired and doesn't want to do it anymore. He doesn't want to ruin what they're building. It's all I have left. At Newman, Nate repeats that he's falling in love with Victoria and adds that he's not saying that to try and win her over. Victoria's not sure what she feels right now. Nate will do everything he can to regain her trust and respect. Victoria can't do this right now and asks him to cover a meeting for her. Nate walks out.